Mrs. Lawrence, it's Teddy from 7th grade.
How are you such a miserable bitch?
Set my life on a path to ruin, and this is funny to you?
You dried up, withered old clam. What are you smiling about?
Welcome everybody to another Native Thoughts review. Another movie review. This time is for Courtney Cox's debut movie, Just Before I Go. It's called Just Before I Go, starring Sean William Scott, Robbie Riggle, I think that's his name. Olivia Thirlby, Katie Walsh. I forgot the brothers. He's a great actor, but I keep forgetting his name. This one's a little small movie. This is a thing movie. Just Before I Go. Simple plot was about. Just before I go, is Sean William Scott. He goes back home to do something, and that's something to kill himself, to give up his life, because he had a miserable life. He had a good start of his life, but right before ending high school, before middle school going to high school, it was just a rough patch for him. So he decided to just move out of that little small town, go to LA. Works at whatever mediocre pet store, like a PetSmart ripoff, and then also get married, and his wife does something bad to him, decides to just give up. I have nothing else to give for. I have nothing else to show for anyone. I'm not doing anything with my life. I might as well just kill myself. But before he do that, he makes a little bucket list type to go and to pretty much make the wrongs that were right. People who bully him, people who were mean to him, people who were nice to him. It's one of those little small movies. Here's the thing about this movie. I did not see any previews. So I watched it. I was like, just watching, Sean William Scott, which I think he's an okay actor. If you ever seen Goon, go check out Goon. It's on Netflix. It's a great movie. He's a great actor in that movie. And in this movie, I really had nothing to think about. I didn't know if it was like a VOD movie. I didn't know if it was an indie movie. I didn't even know if it felt like a Lifetime movie. Is that a bad thing? No, because it does feel like a Lifetime movie, but it also feels as a parody of those type of heartwarming movie, but at the same time takes serious of himself that it is a heartwarming movie about never give up your life and blah 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 blah. The thing about the movie is that it's raunchy. I didn't see any previews, so I did not know that it was going to be a lot of curse words. I thought it was going to be something serious, something like Sean William Scott try to give his best, and he does. He plays kind of like a more toned down Sean William Scott role in which he's shy, he's nervous, but he tries his best to overcome that, And he's when out of nowhere into like the whole beginning was like, okay, it feels like a Lifetime movie, but then again it doesn't. It has some quality of the whole story and then the whole acting to live up from that Lifetime movie. Or that little small movie, like that TBS type. It feels like a TBS, it will be on TBS constantly. And then I know you start dropping F-bombs, dick jokes, sex jokes, gay jokes. And I'm like, holy fuck, when did this get so raunchy out of nowhere? And it was a surprise for me because I thought it came out of nowhere, the whole raunchiness, because it all builds up when he's fighting with his brother. And his brother is really like an asshole. He's kind of racist. He's kind of a dick. He's kind of like a sexist asshole, But it works in that way in which once he is introduced early on, like 5 minutes within the movie, it becomes raunchy where he starts cussing more. The girl he meets, Olivia Thirlby, Greta, who plays a big character, who plays the I think the grandchild of a teacher who was mean to him, And it's one of those movies where it's like, it feels super budget low, and it feels like a Lifetime movie. But the thing is that it really is raunchy. It has some curse words, And this is really surprised me because I'm like, whoa, this came out of nowhere. I did not know anything about it. I didn't see anything, but coming from Sean William Scott, who lived off nothing but raunchy comedies, but he's the one that's the least raunchy in this one. He's the one that's most serious. Everybody else is like having fun during curse words. Everybody else, and it's an okay movie as a debut for Courtney Cox. I think she did not know. She wanted to make something cheap and smart and on the go and fast. And I do feel like it's something like it could be on TV minus so much of the curse words. But I feel like if it's on TV, it's going to take out a lot of the curse words and a lot of the sexual jokes that it's not going to make it as funny. It's not going to be as memorable as it should be, And it's a weird movie for it to be directed by Courtney Cox. And it's just something that is just, you do have a cameo by David Arquette. she was with David Arquette. I think kind of shows you kind of the raunchiness right there. But it's one of those movies where it's really small and it's cheap. It's really cheap in ways. Like it's work wherever it has, But it tries to live. It tries to be a parody of those typical Lifetime movies. It felt like a parody from typical Lifetime movies, but it tried its best to be its own and be raunchy at the same time, which is a weird mixed bag. But it worked in a way. It worked in a small way. As should I say, you should watch it? I think you should watch it because it's so surprisingly. It's not a bad movie. It's just like a whatever movie, but it would surprise you with the whole raunchiness to it because it's just kind of left field. Another rating. Do I have to rate? Rating that I would have to give it? Again, I would have to give it a. I want to say a Netflix movie. Watch this on Netflix. I hope it's on Netflix because if it's on Netflix, it comes out actually on this Tuesday, I believe, on Blu-ray, and it's not gonna be that expensive. I doubt, but it's one of the movies where I would say what it's gonna be. I hope it's on Netflix because I want you to watch it on Netflix because it's something like if you just want to catch it, out of nowhere, with your couple or whoever, you're gonna laugh at some scenes. You're gonna be like, wow, this is really some funny, serious shit that's happened out of nowhere. And it's alright, I mean, it's small. The budget looks kind of alright. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like a Lifetime movie. Like I'm watching like a Lifetime TBS, a TV movie, but with some acting of a not so much of a renter movie, but like an acting of a TV movie, but with some curse words and raunchy of a feature film. It feels weird. There's not a whole lot. There's not action. It's kind of predictable, honestly. But I would say it's an okay watch. I would say I watch it on Netflix. It's not my favorite movie. I enjoyed it. I will watch it again because it's really surprised. I actually watched it twice after back to back. I was like, let me go back and rewatch this, and I rewatched it, and it was an okay movie. I would say watch it on Netflix. It's a Netflix movie, and I would say watch it. And I really want to see Sean William Scott do more stuff. Something that he doesn't do as much. But everybody, that's the review for just before I go. I would say watch it on Netflix, and also if you are watching me on YouTube, you could listen to the same video that you're watching, just the audio part on SoundCloud. And if you are listening to me on SoundCloud, you could listen to the same audio with me in the picture on front of a camera on YouTube. YouTube Native Thoughts. Just type in Native Thoughts Podcast on SoundCloud, Native Thoughts on YouTube. I should be one of the first ones to pop up. Hopefully, go check out the reviews. Go check out Avengers. I didn't like it that much, but check out Avengers. Adult Beginners is an okay movie. Alex Avengers I liked a lot. Watch it just before I go on Netflix, alright? Everybody have a good day.